agree with me, guys? Do you feel sidelined? Well, that's the basis of our conversation today. We'll be speaking about what does leadership really means to you. Have you been sidelined? And whether you're ready to be leaders of tomorrow. Well, Ms. K, that sets the pace for the conversation here tonight. Wakipewa tawezana.
Majibu, leo hauko kwa ground, hii ndio ground leo.
No, mama kunifuata huku leo. Ni sawa tu. Tuesday ndio hii sasa mazee. Leo nimemwa nyinyi ndio mmenifuata ground. Mimi sijawafuata huko kwenye studio. Mmenifuata ground. So vile umesema mazee tutauliza mayouth kama wako ready. Vile umesema wakipata hizo positions watawezana. Yaani kesho tu waamke waseme Miss K, wewe sasa wewe ndio head of public service. Utawezana?
Swali nyeti.
Mimi hata sitaki huko. Mwa nipate pale kwa mining and blue economy. One vile nitawapigia kazi.
Haya basi. Kagina wetu. Our guy with the stats, yeah?
Kwa salama kabisa. always right here on Gen Z Manifesto. Tunasema we keep it on facts so the discussion can be easier. Alafu kumbuka kwamba when it comes to facts, there are facts and then there's the truth. So kuna facts that Gen Z have decided. They have a direction they want to take. But here's the truth in some numbers. So going back to 2019 census, projections, looking at them as at 2025 based on that number. As at now, the median age in Kenya is around 20. This means this is the average Gen Z. Also, those between the age of 18 to 35 are about 75%. This means they are the majority. Na wote wako na ID. If 75% of the youth were to vote in one direction, waseme Miss K for president, hiyo ishakuwa. Waseme Majibu for MP, hiyo ishakuwa.
Bro,
so that is
the mining and blue economy. We'll see confused.
That is the volume of how much impact they'd have. This also translates to that the Gen Z, or rather the youth in this bracket, make up at least 86% of the Kenyan workforce. Inamaanisha hao ndo wase wenye wako na nguvu ya kuingia labor market kufanya kazi. As if that is not enough, those using their phones, wenye wana access internet, in terms of digital penetration, that age group is at now, tuko at about 86%. 86% of Kenyan youth are social media users. Inamaanisha hiyo kelele mnaona online is about 86% of the representation of the youth, minus the 14% when they cannot access this. Based on global trends, 60% of world leaders under 40 have a really high approval rate. So this means tunauliza hiyo swali ya kama wakipewa ama ukipewa kama kijana kama mtawezana. So kuna high approval rate. However, ukiangalia 70% ya Kenya's elected leaders wako over 50 years old. Wanaelekea ukongwe. Nakumbuka hii ni as at 2022. So by saizi washaongezeka kidogo. And another interesting thing would be looking at the numbers, ama the limitations that we have currently. So, other than the fact that around IEBC has not registered new voters since 2022, tuko at a position where only 6.5% of Kenyan MPs are youth. Ama wenye tunaweza sema by 2022 wakiingia walikuwa under the age of 35. Only 6.5%. Kati yao viongozi wote tuko nao. Yet we are saying 70% of the vijana of the country's population are youth. So the question is, kwa hao vijana ni kazi ya wawezi, na je wakipewa watawezana? Miss K.
Kagina, I just love how you explain these stats. Ni kama sisi ni wale, ni kama senator ule flani. Unatuelezeanga vitu vizuri sana. Linda, wakipewa watawezana. I want to hear someone who really injects. And I want to hear from him. Yeye mwenyewe akiwezana. Akipewa.
James, perhaps you can begin and first tell us about what leadership really means to you, and whether there is youth inclusion in this particular government, and whether, if you are granted with this opportunity to be a leader, are you ready for it?
Well, as from the stats, as Senior Kagina has told us, and as we all know, the young people are underrepresented in almost every other aspect. In the legislature, they are underrepresented. In the executive, they are underrepresented. In the judiciary, they are underrepresented. And out here, young people are nowhere to be seen. We are left to our own woes and to our own assholes.
Is it that you are not up to the task or what?
There is just a system that is intentionally locking out young people. Say, for example, in the job market, the qualifications include an experience of 5 to 20 years. As a young person, I haven't worked anywhere. I have just interned and volunteered in a few companies. Where do I get that experience? In the political field, we are up against money, we are up against experienced politicians, and we are up against the system that has been designed to lock out young people from these positions of power. I'm saying this because these older people still run the political parties. It is hard to be elected into office as an independent candidate. It's easier to get into office when you are sponsored by a certain political party, and that has been the trend. Say, for example, if you're vying in the Western region, you would be easily elected into office if you belong to the ODM party. If you come from the coastal region, same. If you come from the northeastern region, same. If you come from the central region and you vied using a UDA ticket in 2022, the success rate or the chance of you getting elected was somewhere in the 85%.
Well, James, I'll come back to you so that you tell me how you're readying yourself for these political positions. Perhaps you can just speak to the person seated next to you. Can you introduce yourself? And what do you make of this particular topic today? Leadership, young people and leadership. How do you take, especially, how do you see these governments running? Are youths excluded?
Yes, they are. My name is Daniel Kahindi. They call me Tungati 006. In addition, I'm vying as an MP Kinango coming 2027. That answers your question. The youth can make it.
How have you prepared yourself for that position?
I'm well prepared and ready to liberate Kenya, because one thing we know that in this nation, all areas, whether business or any part that you become employed in, especially in the political arena, you get to see that the youth are sidelined.
Allow me to take you back just a little bit. What made you vie?
What made me vie? One, I saw there is a gap that needs to be filled. By saying so, that gap needs to be filled, and we no longer need to recycle those guys. You know, in this nation, for the last elections that have been happening, it is obvious that we recycle. This guy was an MP somewhere, then he failed next time, or he was done like this. We recycle him back. We no longer want it as youths. We are ready to start a new regime, whereby if, for the 6% that my friend here has said in the parliament, you can be able to tell very clearly how their work rate is. You can be able to rate their work and see that they are doing the best.
Thank you. Thank you. I see you've identified several gaps. So far, Ms. K, on your end?
Right. I'm here with Sofinje here. Lovely lady. I have a question for you, ma'am. The same question Linda ameuliza, yeah? Ukipatiwa hizi political seats, and you're trying to get one, yeah? Utawezana kweli? Do you think the youth are competent enough, qualified enough? What's the gap there? Mike Ndoyena come. All right.
First of all, yes, we are capable. We are educated enough. We are mentally stable enough to take up these positions. We are of age. Kama ntawezana, yes, ntawezana. First of all, this nation does not need a reinvention of the wheel. This nation just needs the basics. Someone who takes care of our education system, our health system, our roads, enables us to, Kenyans were educated, we're not poor in our minds. Just give us an opportunity, we can work hard enough to keep this economy running. So as a leader, as Sophie myself, I'm planning to start on the basics. My area doesn't have a health center. My area, the drainages are so poor. We don't have street lights. We don't have access roads. We don't have in-roads. As a bare minimum, that's what I want to give my people first. And on the question of what I think this government is doing, this government is a populist government. It's a government that just tells you what you want to hear. It doesn't, it comes, it establishes. In Mount Kenya, hakuna Mau Mau roads. When we go there, we'll talk about Mau Mau roads. Tutaenda Northeastern, tutasema hii barabara itatoka hapa ifike mpaka wapi. Tutasema hivyo, just to make the people happy at that particular time. So, from the youth's perspective, we are moving to an issue-based sort of government. A government that solves the issues that affect the people today.
Thank you so much. Sophie.
Linda and Biscay, allow me to jump in and ask a question.
Okay.
We've had two people mention that they want to be members of parliament. In the previous election, in the 2022 general election, numbers say that for you to vie for an MP seat, you needed around 20 million plus. I'd really want to know their capacity to match up to that, or rather, what is their strategy in terms of, ensuring they facilitate their campaign.
Is money a factor?
Is money a factor?
Yes.
Isn't it a factor, Sophie?
There is something that is way bigger than money, and in my opinion, that is social capital. The networks that you have are what will propel you forward. For instance, in my area, I'm an Anglican. I attend the ACK church in Goingwa. So in my own church, I already have 3 people, and my campaign for now, I have a pledge of close to 2 million, just because of my social capital. As Sophie, I don't have the 2 million, but the social capital that I'm building on the ground, going home, having people tell me, I see you fighting for this country, keep doing it, I will support you even with my finances.
But that also means money is a factor. You already have 2
Money is
million.
a factor because we need posters, we need branding, we need resources to go into the ground and talk to the people. But as a person, that is not my mitigating factor to get into leadership. I will be there and people will support me, courtesy of my rhetoric and what I plan to do to the people.
Are you banking on the youth for the votes or the entire cycle?
I'm banking on the youth, of course, number one, because I associate with youth more. So, of course, I'm banking on them. But I'm also not going to forget that this is a Gen Zote struggle. So we are pulling even our parents, our uncles, our aunties, all of them on board.
Linda, there's someone over there who really wanted to answer Kagina's question, the guy in the cape.
You know, I've had Gen Zote.
Yeah, but
Okay,
you
well,
can speak
since
and then
you
we'll
have
go
the
back
mic.
to the guy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. My name is Sheikh Muhammad Khan, a member of the J25 coalition. You're talking about at youth wanaweza. Babu huyu alianza akiwa na miaka ngapi? And today is the best performing MP. Kama Babu wanaweza, kwani sisi hatuwezi? Inatakana tuanze kujiuliza, unajua kitu hiko ni vile hao wasee wamezoea. I remember Mo Ibrahim telling us something on the panel and saying, someone is 84 and he wants to lead us where? To the grave.
So do you have maybe a problem with the ICTs, yes?
My dear, I myself, I am also vying.
Right.
Sitasema ni kitu gani naendelea. Lakini resources, we have already known how to get those resources. Kwa hivyo we are not going to kujitangaza kwa sababu Ruto tunataka kumpiga surprise. And surprise is what inawezanga Ruto. Anajua vile Matakaru anafanya, anajua Kalonzo, anajua Eugene Wamalwa, lakini sisi hatujui. Kwa hivyo sisi tunataka kumchapa ile kichapo. Mwenyewe ashindwa, na hao vijana walitoka wapi? Asante.
All right, Majibu. Nataka uniambie kama you have people on your side to ask the questions za leo.
Wacha nianze na wapi? Wewe.
Before ufike, let that guy in black.
Haya, malizia alafu nikuje sasa.
Yes. Fred Muranga. I'm going to file for Kasarani MP seat coming general election. Nimesikia mkiuliza youth wanaweza. Tunaweza. We have numbers. We have every resource that is needed to take our say home. Like for instance, huwezi tuambia youth hatuwezi na kitu wamehawa wazee wametuachia ni petting. As in hakuna kitu kingine. Gambling ndio tunaweza fanya. They cannot create for us jobs. Hakuna kitu wanaweza tufanyia. We have been tumewasikiza all along. Wanaenda wanafanya regional kingpin, eti wewe ndio utaongea maneno ya Waluya, wewe ndio utaongea maneno ya Wakikuyu, wewe ndio utaongea maneno ya Wajaruo. We are tired with that. We want youths to speak for themselves. Youth for youth. Okay. Kama itakuwa ni mambo msee anafaa kuchiweke tieni wa region fulani, my friend, this time things have changed. These things have changed. Hata Ruto umeona mari ameenda leo, ametuita mkutano jana kwa TV, anatuambia kitu anaenda kufanya. Those are the things now we want. Tuambie sisi sote. Si eti mzee fulani tumeongea na yeye tunakuja. Hauwezi tuweka kama mzee wa nyumba. We are tired with those politics. We want to change.
Spoken about unemployment na kuna jobs. But jana the president alisema that alikuwa, amepeana like 200,000 opportunities. What do you say about that?
Okay. I want to ask these young people who are here today. Surely, Mr. President, you are a graduate yourself. You have gone to school. When you are a graduate of botany, so you expect us also, I myself am a graduate from KU. Do you expect me niende kwa mjengo? So I'm begging mtu kwa fundi masonary anipe job. And that is affordable housing. You are saying that you have created jobs. You have created jobs for those people who never went to school. So we are degree students. Create for us industrialization. Mambo.
Sawa mzee, kuna mtu hapo nyuma yako. Hebu kidogo tu before kuja mbele Mike. Hapo nyuma. Unasemaje mzee? Unaitwa nini kwanza?
Asante. Kwa majina naitwa Oscar Kiplagat. A Gen Z. I'll be vying for MP Cherangani constituency.
Kuisha wewe.
Hiyo ni yangu. So naona unauliza kama tutawezana kama vijana. Mimi nimeanza safari mwenyewe. Nilikuwa member wa UDA, sasa hizi niko ODM.
Mbona ulitoka? So ulivai last time? Aya, Mike kuja mbele kidogo, kuna bazenga anadai kubonga mbele yako. Unaitwa nani bro?
Githurai Youth Environmental Alliance. Let me say, Mayut tunaweza, and especially where I come from, we mean a champion environmental laws na labor laws, because na Mayut tumekuwa molested na environmental distractions, sana matakataka na mambo na sanitation. So it's all about kwenda pale tuongeleshe Mayut na mashida zetu tuko nazo. Watu hawaradi kia tunapitia huku mtaani.
So sahi unasema leaders wenye wako, oyo unasema labda wamepita hiyo age bracket ya kuitwa youths, hawaelewi shida za mayouth kabisa as we speak sahi.
Hawaelewi. Like mahali tunatoka issue environmental na sanitation. I'm vying for incoming MCA Githurai Ward.
Lakini kwani nyinyi wote mnataka kuingia kwa hizo political positions?
Yes.
Hebu sawa. Hebu briefly alafu mwenzako pia ongea.
Nampea. Wacha nikupongeshe hivi nikwambie. Umesema sisi youths tutawezana. Wacha nikwambie say for all this time wrong. Unasikianga tu kidogo hivyo anakuja tu na party front just to divide us. ODM UDA at the end wameshikana mkono wako pamoja. So we don't know where we are. They leave us the youths outside. They lock us outside completely. We have no voice. Nobody speaking for us. Even those people we thought they will speak for us walika integrated wako pamoja.
Haya, patia mwenzako chance. Alafu ndakuuliza swali kidogo tu briefly. Bazenga hapo alafu kuja kwako.
Thank you. I'm Goge Dongo, member Bunge la Mwananchi and also national coordinator wa Bunge la Mwananchi hapa Nairobi. I'm vying for Ruiru constituency member of parliament come 2027.
Aya, niambie kwa nini briefly before tuende break, na tunafaa kwenda break saa hii. Briefly, mbona unafikiria mayouth akipatiwa watawezana hizo positions?
Mayouth tumekuwa tukifightia hawa watu. Now it is our time. I believe in them. I believe they are capable. And perfect. I believe if they are given a chance, they will prove themselves. Because
tunafaa kuchukua break saa hii.
Yes.
Tunarudi saa hii. After that short commercial break, kumbuka we are live from the University of Nairobi mazee, niko na majenzi. Conversation ni mkipata hizo positions mtawezana shortly after your break.